As the movement has grown since 2012, most neurodiversity activism has continued in a liberal, rights-based framework, which focuses on incremental reforms within the current system. Simultaneously, there have been huge collective efforts focused on overcoming the pathology paradigm. Through my own period of involvement, I have contributed much time and effort to this dual approach. This was first through blogging and campaigning, next through doctoral research, and since then, advocating, teaching, and researching in academia. Yet despite finding the neurodiversity perspective so useful, and despite contributing to efforts to develop this perspective myself, I also began to find the dominant approach to neurodiversity analysis, activism, and advocacy unsatisfying. To be sure, I did clearly see firsthand how the liberal approach made important gains in a short time. Given continuous pressure from neurodivergent activists, research has increasingly drawn on neurodiversity theory. Cultural representations of neurodivergence have become less stigmatizing, and how we design our social world has likewise begun to change. In Britain, to give just a few examples, supermarkets and cinemas often have autism-friendly hours. More airports have sensory rooms for neurodivergent children, and classrooms and workplaces are making increased efforts to become more inclusive in line with new rights legislation. And yet, over time, I increasingly came to see that, despite its very real successes, the liberal, rights-based approach to neurodiversity activism also had significant limitations. Consider some of the following facts. Despite our combined efforts over many years, most research, policy, and practice remained based within the pathology paradigm. Even when it came to autism, where progress has been quickest, the most widely used autism therapy was still applied behavior analysis. This was designed to use a system of punishments and rewards to try to make autistic children more normal. Despite countless critiques from neurodiversity proponents who see this method as abusive and a form of conversion therapy, this multi-billion-pound international industry continued its growth, only making minor concessions to its critics.